Good morning, children. Let us learn about modals. What are modals? Modal auxiliaries. They are special verbs which behave irregularly or in a different way in English language. They give more information about a main verb functions. They are used to improve communication in English language. You need to remember them, but as you do many exercises, you will learn all of them. Shall, should, will, would, may, might, can, could, must, ought to, need, dare, and used. So these are words which you need to remember and which are used basically more in modal auxiliaries. When combined with a main verb, they help express certainty, intention, ability, possibility, permission, and obligation. Let's see each one of them separately. Certainty. Certainty, which means I am sure to a certain extent. Words which are uses will and shall. The forecast says it will rain tomorrow. Because of the forecast, I am certain that it will rain tomorrow. I shall carry an umbrella tomorrow. I am certain about it. I am sure about it. So I am using the word I shall carry an umbrella tomorrow. Intention. What is my intention? What is the intention? Why I am doing a certain thing? So the words we use is will and shall. I will wait till the train leaves the station. So I will keep waiting until the train is leaving the station. Another one is I shall start as soon as it leaves the station. As soon as it leaves, then I will start from here. So I shall start from here. You will say, ma'am, will and shall is coming for both of them. Yes, but you have to read the sentence and understand what it is. It has to be certainty, also it has to be intention. In both the reasons, in both the cases, you are going to put will and shall. Okay, possibility. For possibility, the words we use is may or might, may and might. We may go to the beach tomorrow. So there is a possibility. Possibility, which means we are not certain. हमारा पक्का नहीं हुआ है. We are only possible. Okay, that is only a possibility. So we may go or we might not go. Both the situations are true when we are talking about possibility. This evening's flight might be cancelled because of bad weather. So there might be chances. But there is no surety. That is why we give the word might. Then comes permission. May, might, can, could. So examples is first one. May I go home? Might I borrow your car? Can he come with us? Could we go with all of you? All of them are permissions. We are asking permission from another person if we can do certain things or we cannot do certain things. Okay. Obligation. Should, must, have to, ought to. You should read good books. He must see a doctor before his cough gets worse. You have to finish this chapter before you go out. You ought to make proper arrangements for the meeting. So all these are obligations. You're obliging somebody to do certain thing. May or might. When is may or might used? Let us see. The negative for may or might is may not, might not. May or might are used when we talk about something possible, but we are not sure. In the present, Where is Ramesh? I don't know. For the present tense. In the future tense, when are you going to buy the tickets for the play? Okay, so we are talking about the future possibility. Will or shall. It is used for prediction or expressing willingness. Will is used to indicate future. It is used to indicate willingness, intention, and prediction. Willingness when you are willing to do something, you want to do something. Intention is what is your reason behind doing it in your mind. Prediction is when you can say that something is going to be successful, something is not going to be successful. Okay, so first one, willingness. Susan or I will help you with the arrangement tomorrow. So the willingness is there. That is why I'm talking about myself when I say will. Intention. I shall come early to finalize the arrangements, but I won't stay for lunch. So he is saying that my intention is that I am going to help you, but I won't be staying for lunch. So shall is used. Prediction. The lunch will be a grand success. You have already predicted something to be happening. It is going to be good. Okay. So that is a prediction. Shall. Shall is generally used for obligation, intention, or prediction. Obligation. A strong promise. We shall make sure this does not happen again. So the sentence itself is a strong promise that you are promising that something is not going to take place. So the word shall is used. An order. The rule shall be enforced immediately. Enforce, which means will come into force. Immediately, then and then. Okay, usi samay. The rules shall be enforced immediately. In these two cases, when these kind of examples are there, then you are going to use the word shall. Intention or prediction. Use I or we only. I shan't do that till next month. So the word I is the intention. We shall never know what actually happened. That is the prediction. In both the cases, we use I and we. Okay, and both of them are telling you about the intention or prediction. Okay. Can. Can is used for say something is possible. You can get cramps if you swim after eating. Say something that someone knows how to do something. He can cook a variety of dishes. Someone has the ability to do something. Rajiv wants to be an artist because he can draw and sketch very well. So we are talking about ability. Okay. With verbs like see, hear, feel, and remember. I can remember the house where I lived as a 3-year-old. Ask for permission or make request. Can I have the old question papers, please? So asking for, we are making a request. Okay. Because we are adding the word please. Could. Could is used in present tense to talk about someone's ability. He could read when he was 3. So the reading when he was 3 is an ability. So we are using the word could. To replace can in reported speech. She said, I couldn't take the books home. With words like see, hear, smell, remember, and recognize. I could hear their laughter from other room. Must and mustn't. Must and mustn't are used to say it is necessary for someone to do or not to do something. So if you do something, it becomes must, and if you do not do something, it becomes mustn't. Okay, so must and mustn't are used. In which areas they are used? First, in the present tense. You must go now, it is getting dark. You mustn't forget to return the books today. Which means must not forget to return the books today. We're talking about present tense. When we come to the future tense. In the future tense, you must see the principal tomorrow. Future will be tomorrow. They mustn't take pictures in the gallery. Must not. To give an opinion, a strong suggestion, or an invitation. You must read this book. It's really funny. You mustn't miss the painting exhibition at the gallery. It is fantastic. So, you are trying to give a strong suggestion that you should not miss. For these reasons also, must and mustn't is used. Should and ought to. Should and ought to are used for talking about right things to do. We should go to the assembly on time. We ought to clean up before we leave. Something that has to happen. It has to happen, so that is ought to. Give advice to someone. You look tired, you should lie down and rest. You ought to start revising for your exams because the exams are going to come, so you ought to do it. To give an opinion. I think you should go after breakfast. I think you ought to apologize to her. Please understand, when the word ought to is there, it is like a compulsory thing you have to do. It goes with a little bit of authority that you need to do it. It has to be done. Need, use, and dare. Need not means needn't, and don't need to are used as modals to give permission or advice to not do something. You need not work on the sums now. Do it later. You don't need to pay for the tickets now. So, when we are saying do it later, we are giving a advice. And you don't need to pay for the tickets now is the permission. Used to. We use used to when we want to talk about something that existed or was habitually done in the past. When we use the words used to, it's to do with the past. We used to play tennis in the afternoon. Dare. We use dare or dare not when we want to say that something will not do, that someone will not do something. Besides negative statements, we use dare and daren't in questions too. I dare not ask him for a favor. Maybe because I have not good relations with him or I have misbehaved or something, so now I cannot ask. So I will say I dare not ask him for a favor. And for question, how dare you speak like that about him? So we are trying to challenge the person by saying, how dare you? How come you had the audacity to speak like that about him? So you are saying, how dare you? Thank you very much, children. After this, when we have our questions, we can discuss if you have any issues. And as you do more and more worksheets, you will be clear what to use and when to use. Thank you, children.